It's the third annual FANNIE Awards. And now, here's your host, Andrew Fantasia.
Ladies and gents, welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome back. We're on day 5 of the 2017 FANNIE Awards. We are halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. But enough about me. This is the day where we will be giving out the awards for film number 6 of the year, as well as the FANNIE Award for Best Fight Scene. So get your blood pumping and get ready for that. But first, film number 6. What could it be? Well, my number 6 favorite film of the year is a film that really surprised me in a delightful, wonderful way. I could not stop talking about it after I saw it. And that film is, of course, the beautiful story of Coco. Despite a few recent weak spots in its resume, you can usually count on Pixar to deliver not only quality entertainment, but originally handcrafted stories that built fresh and exciting new worlds from the ground up. I'd say that Inside Out was probably our last great classic Pixar outing, and after a few fumbles at that, the studios found its stride again with the beautiful return to form that is Coco. I went into this movie having no idea what the hell the plot was going to be, other than the fact that it revolved around the Mexican Day of the Dead. What I got was a pleasant surprise with a very simple but very original story that ended up tugging at every string my withered old heart has. The idea of a family that has hated music for generations was brilliant. The idea of having our protagonist Miguel aspire to be a singer was the cherry on top. There are a couple of big twists in the plot that are easy to see coming, but that didn't dampen the experience for me at all. I was actually very close to putting Coco at number 5 on my list, but the only thing that set it back down to number 6 was that I felt the pacing of the climactic sequence felt like it should have been tweaked a little bit. Regardless, this tale of a family and its legacy charmed me in a way only Pixar movies can. And the big moment at the end of the film had every adult in the movie theater, including myself, sobbing into their chests. And if you've seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This beautifully designed, sweet story absolutely needed to make this list. It truly is worthy to stand amongst the rest of the titans in Pixar's resume of timeless stories. Congratulations to Coco for making the number 6 spot on the list. Now, I want everybody to take your adrenaline shot and slam it into your chest, because it is time to talk about the best fight scene, brother! Who rocked 2017 with fisticuffs, or swords, or guns, or all of the above, or some form of weapon that I can't think of off the top of my head? These are the fights that rocked our damn worlds. These are the best fights of 2017. And the nominees are John Wick versus Cassian and the Assassins from John Wick Chapter 2. The Justice League versus Superman from Justice League. Eggsy, Harry, and Elton John versus Polly's Goons from Kingsman: The Golden Circle. Rey and Kylo Ren versus the Praetorian Guards from Star Wars Episode 8: The Last Jedi. Thor versus Hulk from Thor Ragnarok. And the Fannie for Best Fight Scene goes to John Wick versus Cassian and the Assassins from John Wick Chapter 2. The action in the first John Wick was famous for its sheer, swift brutality, which made it fun because Wick himself is such a quiet, affable dude that when he starts pumping 3 headshots into an enemy without even so much as a sideways glance, the juxtaposition is entertaining as all hell. I wasn't sure how the sequel was possibly going to top the great fights in the original, until I saw the assassin scene. Midway through the movie, just when it looks like this is going to be a beat-for-beat repeat of Chapter 1, things take a delightful turn. The main villain, fearful that Wick is going to bring the hammer down on him and hard, decides to put a $7 million contract out on him, disguised as revenge for Wick having killed his sister. What follows is a snowballing smorgasbord of some of the best action I've ever seen. First, we get a hilarious sequence where we see exactly how this colorful criminal world sets up paid contracts like this, complete with a room full of frightening tattooed women on typewriters stuffing capsules into pneumatic tubes. Then, John Wick returns to New York to find that every assassin in the city is out for his blood. To top it off, the man named Cassian, a guy who's pretty much evenly matched with Wick, has tailed him halfway across the world looking for vengeance after their last tussle ended in a draw. In the bloody montage that follows, Wick has to dispatch all kinds of adversaries, from a cello-playing maniac to a giant sumo wrestler who seems to shrug off bullets like they're made of rubber to a bar full of kung fu adepts, all leading up to a long cat-and-mouse game with Cassian in the New York subway system that builds and builds until the tension is so overwhelming it hurts. Oh, and remember how in the first movie characters kept gossiping about how John Wick once killed a room full of guys using only a pencil? Well, in this scene, you see exactly how he does that. Get ready to cringe. This sequence needs to be seen to be believed. If you're any kind of action fan at all, it will literally take your breath away. And that has been day 5 of the 2017 Fannie Awards. I don't know about you, but I feel like going out there and fighting somebody, except I'll probably get hurt, so I shouldn't do that. Keep your eyes on YouTube. Tomorrow, day 6 is coming at you with my number 5 movie of the year. The Fannie Awards will continue.